filled out. Okay. Also a reminder, if you are redoing the pink worksheet on a separate sheet of paper, staple it and turn it in. I think you should do it by tomorrow, but technically you have until Tuesday. Okay. So we are working towards a Tuesday quiz. Okay. And Wednesday, Thursday are parent teacher conferences. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay. On Tuesday's quiz, you are going to solve 1-step and 2-step equations. And you will also have a couple word problems on there. Okay. As will your test. So we're just going to start with some 1-step word problems today. Kind of ease into it. And tomorrow we'll look at ones that are more 2-step problems. Okay. So at the very top, I want you to look at the steps that we have. Okay. So the first thing that you need to do is define a variable. Okay. What are we trying to look for? Are we trying to look for the number of hours that something is happening? Are we trying to look for the number of tickets? Are we trying to look for the cost? So you're going to pick a letter, any letter. Most of the time you like to pick X, but you can pick A, B, F, M, whatever. Okay. Pick your variable and set it equal to whatever you're trying to find. Okay. Then you're going to need to actually set up the equation and solve for that variable that you wrote down. Okay. Then you need to make sure that you are answering your problem with a label. So are you looking for the number of hours? Then your answer should be blah, blah, blah hours. If you're looking for a cost of something, you better have a $sign on your answer. Okay. Are you looking for the number of tickets? Then your answer is going to be blah, blah, blah tickets. Okay. So I need you to make sure that you're answering the question. Okay. All right. So here we go. Okay. I also don't think it would be a bad idea for you to grab a highlighter, and we're going to highlight some things in the problem. Okay. So everyone grab a highlighter. Okay. Connor deposited $84 into his checking account. Who can raise their hand and describe to me what deposited means? Corin. Okay, so he added money. He added $84 to his checking account. Okay, I feel like that's important. He deposited $84. I'll highlight that. His new balance is $451. What was his balance before the deposit? Okay. So, Brady, what are we looking for? What is the unknown we're trying to find? What are we looking for? Like, read the last half of that sentence. What are we looking for? His new balance. Okay. So what letter do you want to use? X. Okay. X is going to be the money that represents his new balance. Not the shoes. There's a shoe brand called New Balance. Okay. They're not really popular shoe anymore, I don't think. What? I think that they're very supportive shoes, if you're looking for that. Okay, so now we have defined our variable. Now we need to write an equation. Okay. We have a balance. We added $84 to it, and now we have a, oh, I wrote this wrong. Are we looking for the new balance? And you all just let me write that. Well, like, call me out. I'm a human. I make mistakes. It was Brady's fault. Okay. So now the new balance is $451. Okay. Who can raise their hand and describe to me what should equal $451? Data? What equals $451? Like in the equation, what should I write? Okay. X was our old balance, and then what do we do with the 84? Okay, so she says add, no subtract, no add, no subtract, no subtract. Okay, so let's talk through this. X represents the old balance for Connor. He deposited $84, which means he added $84 to his account. That's what you told me, right? Okay, and so now his new balance is $451. Okay. Okay. Oh, so like when I want to solve for X, I could subtract 84 from 451. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. Probably need a calculator for this. Luckily, Ryan has his calculator right in front of him. Could you help me out with that? Now, am I just gonna write X equals 367 and circle it? Okay, his old balance is $367. We need to make sure that we put the money sign there. Do you want to miss the next example, or do you want to wait until we have more of the work? Okay. All right, read through number 2 for me, please.
Six adult tickets to a movie at the movie theater cost $52.50. Find the price for $160. I like to read it wrong. What I said.
Okay, so what information would be good to highlight? What's important? 6 adult tickets to a movie at the theater costs $52.50. Find the price for each ticket. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is define whatever our variable is, our unknown that we're solving for. Okay, Denise, what are we solving for? Like, what are we looking for? What do we need to solve for? Oh, okay, so could I call that P? So how much money is one ticket? That's a dollar sign, and it doesn't even look like that, does it? There. Okay, now, if I am the cash register person at the movie theater and 6 people come up to me and they want to buy a ticket, and I say your total is $52.50, raise your hand if you can tell me what they did with 6 and the price of the ticket. Pin it. They multiply, okay? So we have 6 times the price of the ticket is going to equal the total $52.50. Okay. Okay, Arisa, and so to solve for P, what do we need to do? Divide by 6. Okay. Corin has her calculator. What is the price for each ticket? So she got 8.75. So we can write that each ticket costs $8.75. If you wrote $8.75 per ticket, that means the same thing. I would be totally happy with that. Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down. How do you feel about those first two examples? Okay, so what I want you to do for example 3, I would like you to highlight the important information and define the variable and stop. Highlight, define the variable, stop. All right, so Cordell, you highlighted 3/4 of the 8th graders. And you highlighted 52 students on the trip. Okay, how many 8th graders are there? You don't need to know right now. I was reading the question. Just reading the question. Okay. Kinley, what variable did you choose? Did you choose a letter for our variable?
No.
F.
That's our one grades are.
Okay, F. And what is our variable going to represent, Kinley? What's the letter going to represent?
How many 8th graders there are?
Okay. How many 8th graders? What? Yes. Yes, you have to write it. Yes.
Every single time.
Yes.
Oh.
Like this is something that I am going to have you do for me on the quiz. You get points for identifying the variable, setting up the equation, and solving. Okay? So I know that you think that you are masters with your calculator, which maybe you are, but I still need you to show me your thought process. And if you're going to write an equation, I need to know what your variable means. Okay? So 3/4 of the 8th graders went on the field trip. 252 students went on the field trip. Okay, so let's talk about that 3/4. Trent, what do you think we should do with that 3/4 of the 8th graders? Talk about that operation of 3/4 of the 8th graders. What operation does of imply? I really like that Quinlan is looking back at her notes from the very first day. Quinlan, what did you find? multiplication when she looks back at her notes. So 3/4 of the 8th graders would mean that we're writing 3/4 times F equals how many students went on the trip. Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. Man, I really forgot how I undo that 3/4 that's tied to F. Jada, how do I get rid of it? Which would be what? So we can multiply by 4/3. Okay. So F equals, ooh, what's 252 times 4? 1008. Okay. And then divided by 3. Okay. So am I just gonna like circle the 336? All good? No. What does that represent? It represents 336 8th graders.
That's a lot of 8th graders.
That is, well, how many 8th graders? I was gonna say, don't we have, yeah. So there was only 3/4 of the 8th grade class. So if this is the total of 8th graders, Tyler, 3/4 of that was the 252. Okay. All right. This is what I'm going to have you do. Only was number 4, you and your elbow partner. Highlight. Define the variable. Write the equation. Solve. Your elbow partner work together.
And you guys don't need. You're doing it on purpose though. Yeah, we're literally talking to each other.
Yeah, we're just talking. Oh, wait.
Okay. So the temperature at the start and it falls 23 degrees. Yeah.
No, I just. Oh, yeah, okay.
So original temperature, it falls 23. Now.
No, that's not what it is.
When we have more time.
No, we have to.
So we have an original temperature. And then it falls 23 degrees. And now.
You said M, not me.
So what's your original temperature? Okay, because it says, what was the starting temperature? Take that as a variable, or whatever the question is. That's what- So we don't know what starting temperature is, that's that.
minus 20.
I'm done.
Yeah, I was talking to our
So after the minus. Yeah, that's right.
I see the tiger.
Oh.
You sit right in front of me.
We were just, like, it's just a weird discrepancy, so I'm like, this.
Okay, let's chat about this one. Where's my iPad?
I don't know.
Okay. Falling 23, the temperature is now 51, okay? Cordell, what variable did you use? Like what letter? F? Okay. Okay, we are looking for the starting temperature, okay? Braylea brought up a good question, like, what I'm looking for. Whatever the question is at the very end, that's gonna tell you what you're looking for. So since it says, what was the starting temperature? That's what we're trying to find. So starting temperature. Okay. All right. Who thinks that they have the equation? Kinley, what do you have?
Minus 20.
Okay, so let's talk through this. We have a starting temperature. Our temperature falls 23 degrees and is now 51. Does her equation make sense with that sentence? Yeah, it does. Our original temperature falls, so we subtract 23, it's now 51. Good job, Kinley. Okay, are you good, Ryan? Okay, Trent, are you good? Okay, so now we're gonna add 23 to both sides. To get F is, it's like the perfect day, 74 degrees. Oh, okay,
It has to be sunny.
so,
Yeah, no way. It has to have a little.
so this is 74 degrees Fahrenheit. You guys, this could be a problem like literally about today. It's gonna be 74 degrees and in the evening, it's gonna fall 23 degrees. Perfect. Ryan,
I think those.
that's perfect because guess what? 51 plus 23 is what we did in our work. Okay. Okay, so listen to me. We have 11 minutes of class. Please take your pencil and circle these with me. Your homework is number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. Turn the page. Number 9, number 10, 11, and 12. Here's what I want. When you're done with number 5, I want to check your answer before you move on to number 6. Okay? Yes. When you're done with 5, I want to double check your answer before you go to 6.